All eyes on Doge. Big run up to the moon. Whew. Doge still going up. All eyes on Doge. Still big run up to the moon. Keep going up. Going up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. Up. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Up, movement in Doge. Dogecoin. 42.60. All eyes on Doge. Dogecoin. Hey everybody, it's Kriss here. How's everybody doing? We are on a Tuesday afternoon and Dogecoin did come up over 36 cents for a little bit. So we had a nice positive trading up, no big pullbacks. Looks like it's cooling off a little bit this afternoon. So we will be watching this during the live stream and seeing if we can curl back up, get back over 36 cents. How's everybody doing? I'm doing okay. We're out of a rut. Yes, Dogecoin has climbed out of this rut. Let me get down here in the corner and let's zoom out and look at the 2-hour chart. And you can see the big rut there. Yes, that was Monday morning. We had a big dip. Dogecoin all the way down, 31 cents or so. But this is a nice, good climb out. We came above this upward sloping, what we thought was going to be a support line. Turned a bit into resistance, but then support again. Same thing on Bitcoin. Bitcoin was doing the same thing. And yeah, Bitcoin up over 96,000 now. Did touch over 97K earlier today. So we'll be watching Bitcoin as well. If that gets to be a green candle as well, so that we can get some consecutive green candles going overnight. My theory is tomorrow is going to be CPI numbers coming out in the morning. And I think crypto should generally be up a little bit going into that and then may dump. And then may dump because we see that when we have these numbers come out. So that's kind of what I think will happen. But in the meantime, as we are looking at this more close up, not quite really sustaining the afternoon rally that we had. So we'll be watching that as well. So what's going on overall? Dogecoin outperforming XRP, Solana, Cardano. Yes, we've had 4.5% now is how positive Doge is. Solana 1.8. Cardano has now actually held up a little better than Doge. It's trying to hold on to $1. Now it's 98.9. But Doge was holding it pretty well until this little sell-off happening this afternoon. Overall, we still are looking at a bit of an altcoin rally, though, that we've had now for a day. And we would like to see it continue, but being a little bit of a party pooper right now as I begin the stream. So, but Dogecoin did spike. It was up 11% for a while. Bitcoin XRP bouncing back after their dive as well. So that's what we see going on is the plunge Monday. They're assigning it to fears that interest rates will remain high in 2025. The next FOMC meeting is still a couple weeks away. So I think that's going to be a little volatility coming up maybe 2 weeks from now. In the meantime, though, we've got CPI tomorrow, and then we've got the weekend leading up to Inauguration Day on Monday, where we could see some good trading. We'll see how that goes. I still think we're going to have a run up over the weekend and then maybe a bit of a dump on Monday. That is the counter narrative that I'm still on board with, because that's what happens with Dogecoin. Now, we'll just follow Bitcoin, or will Doge do its own thing? Interesting. We should see. We shall see. Analysts are split in their prediction of where Dogecoin will be at the end of January. Some say up, some say down, bullish or bearish. Bullish or bearish. So I will start a poll. Are you a bull or a bear from now till the end of January. So we'll just look at a short term and see what you guys think. So vote in the poll. See what you guys think. Meanwhile, as January approaches, well, we're now like middle of January, the cryptocurrency community rife with speculation about where Doge will be by the month's end. Dogecoin price forecast for January has some analysts divided, opinions ranging from bullish optimism to cautious pessimism. While some foresee a meteoric rise, could be inauguration, right? Renewed interest in Doge as well, and the whole market going up, but others warn of potential downturns amid broader economic uncertainties. So when they printed this article, Doge was at 33.5, and now, of course, it's up over 35 cents. And we've had these ups and downs over the past 2 weeks. I had predicted, right? First week would be up, second week would be down, and then third week we would be back up. And so far, we are following that pretty well. We are now up in this third week, which is just starting. So we'll see how this week go ahead and move forward. So as we look ahead to Dogecoin's price forecast for January, where are we going to land at the end of the month? Bullish predictions are mostly fueled by supporters thinking Elon Musk could help Doge spiral up with the Department of Government Efficiency, Doge, and also on the backs of maybe the broader crypto market with Trump coming into the office and this talk about these executive orders, these day one executive orders, of which some of them will be pro-crypto. So, but there are still the bears out there. There are still bearish forecasts. Caution Doge may struggle amidst broader market uncertainties. So, but we still have some very, very, very bullish analysts still talking about $20 Doge. Now, I only show this for reference because you guys always ask, oh, Ali said $18. What do you think of that? And I'm like, no. But we have Javon Marks again, yet another chart showing a bullish outlook for Doge and that we are in the bull phase. And here's Javon's chart here. 4-year cycles, 2017, 2021, and this should actually say 2025. He put a 4 in there. 4 is behind us. We're 5 now, going forward. Updating this again because Doge still looks to be in another bull cycle. Each of the previous cycles, its runs have become larger, but let's just say that it's the same as 2021. Doge would go to $20. Now, I'm saying it's going to be less because of the big market cap, but he did say that 2021's did outperform 2017's bull market, and he's right with that. But I think most of this 2021 stuff was just crazy FOMO, April and early May, and that maybe we should only count that run up to the middle of April. But this is what's before us. This is what's before us. We also have Dima James Potts also predicting Doge could reach double digits in this bull cycle. And this is, of course, double digits as in gains, looking at historical trends. And of course, Ali and his Fibonacci levels and $18, $23, whatever. So in the short term, focus will undoubtedly be for Doge to reach its current all-time high of 73 cents from last cycle, of which Master Kenobi had predicted Doge could soon rally to its all-time high as it eyes a breakout from a symmetrical triangle. And Kev Capital, of course, is also predicting Dogecoin going up as well. And then we also have Plan D. So Plan D has made a Dogecoin chart as well. And he is comparing the sort of resting period in 2021 between the beginning of February and the middle of April before Doge went crazy, mirrored again end of 2023 into 2024 before there was a big run. And now here we are again between end of November and now. Could this be another one of those resting periods before big green candles? So that appears to be what most people are saying. Now, I, of course, have thrown my hat in the ring here. And here's what I looked at. And I posted this morning on X. If you're not following me, I am at KrissPax on X, what used to be Twitter. And I'm saying the pattern is very, very similar to where we were a year ago. Just like Plan B is, or Plan D is saying. Not Plan B. This is Plan D. Different guy. But just where we were a year ago to now, the setup is looking very similar. And what I show is we are at that point where there was a nosedive we had in March 2024, again, flushing out leverage, but we hit an upward trending line, came back up after that with a big run. And then, of course, Doge falls back a bit as well, as typical. So took that fractal, stretched it up, and this is looking like a very similar setup, which would have us up by 60 cents here in this next run, and then maybe a pullback following that, because that's typically how Doge trades. And we even saw that from the end of November to now, where we were up at 48 cents, and we've already dropped down to 31 cents. And even we had that one dip that came down to like 28, 27. That's how Dogecoin trades. So if we do see a run up to 60 cents, does it keep going higher before it falls back? Or is that the target? We'll wait and see. But you know there's going to be a pullback immediately after, because that always happens with Dogecoin. So that's what we've got for today, guys. Well, how's everybody feeling right now? Right now, we got 88% bulls. Everybody vote in the poll. Give the stream a like as well. We need more likes. Get more people coming in as we open it up to Q&A and talk about crypto overall. Bitcoin 96.3. Still on a current red candle on the 15-minute, but it looks like heading back up a bit, and Dogecoin as well. So we'll be watching that as we get into the chat. How's everybody doing? 60 cents, the pump is going to be starting, and maybe today is the start of that. We're going to get kind of a slow start to it. I think that, again, that's going to be the CPI data tomorrow. And then after that, because there'll probably be a dip there, there's going to be this anticipation of Inauguration Day, which I think is particularly going to be helpful for Dogecoin. Jasmy's not going to $4 again, AJ. You have to look at how many Jasmy tokens there were back in 2021 versus how many there are today. And there's a crap ton more today in circulation. So Jasmine will be lucky to get to $1, much less $4, in my opinion. There's a bet on Polymarket if Trump will mention Bitcoin or Doge in his speech. Of course there would be a Polymarket thing. If he mentions crypto or Bitcoin, charts are going to go wild, which is why I'm going to be live all day on Inauguration Day. We'll have it on in the corner. We'll be listening to what Trump says. We know there's some executive orders that are going to be coming out on day one. Day one might actually be the 21st, because 20 is going to be all about the inauguration and the parties and all that. So we'll see. Thank you, Gojira. Appreciate the support. If there are pro-crypto orders signed in day one, that will be bullish. Yes, it will, Damien. There's an anticipation that that's already happening, which is why I think we may have some good trading leading up to Inauguration Day. Green candles and ice cream. Nice. And the so-called crypto ball. I don't really know what that means, crypto ball. I did hear that. I don't know if like David Sachs is behind that or what that is, but there's going to be an inauguration ball. I don't know how it got the name crypto ball, but it's kind of cute, isn't it? Isn't it? The crypto ball. Hey, Jay, what price on Doge you will collect some profit? Well, I'm still willing this move up to 60 cents to happen. I'm willing it by posting it on X, and I say, this is what I want to happen so that I can take my next slice of profit. So by making the chart and posting it, I'm willing it to happen. It's like, okay, guys, this is what I want. Come on, the crypto gods and the Doge gods should give me 60 cents because I made this beautiful post here. So come on, let's go. Let's get up there. That's what I want. That's what I want. And then, yeah, Gojira, where it goes from there, yeah, it's not going to $20, not going to $18. Even getting to $1 is going to be really hard, I think, because there's going to be a lot of selling pressure happening right up there. We saw that with Bitcoin when it got up to 99K, and it took a couple days before it finally traded over 100. And we could see that with Doge as well. Okay, Greg, here's the offer. 75% total viewer likes. 75%. So 300 people. Let's see what that number is. 300.75. We need 225 likes, guys. And Greg is giving out 5 gift memberships. We need 225 likes. Let's see if we can get that up. All right, Greg, you're on. We'll see how we go. Likes. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, while you're down there hitting the like button, just hit the subscribe button too. Appreciate that. Yep, Jesus, we're on a roll, aren't we? We're on a good roll with the live streams. Isaac has already gotten ahead of Greg here with a gifted membership. To Rod. Rod, congratulations. Thank you, Isaac, for your generosity. Samuel from Switzerland, good evening to you. Could be an insane weekend here, Machine, and into Monday. That's why we'll be here watching it all. To 80 cents. 80 cents is a good number, Shabir. A lot of people would love 80-cent Dogecoin. F1, how are you? You voted bear, but you think a strong bull market will happen March to April. So a little bearish till the end of the month, particularly with the FOMC meeting, right? Because that's what I think is going to happen. I think that FOMC meeting is going to be bearish. But that's still 2 weeks away. We can enjoy the next week. Crypto ball is dinner with Trump. $2,500 to $100,000 just for a ticket to have dinner there. I get it, Joel. Pay to play, right? It's a pay to play. Just another fundraising. David Sachs has got to be behind that. That sounds like something he would do. Absolutely, absolutely. Like. We got a ways to go, guys. We get some free memberships coming out. Get those likes up. We got some other likes. Got some likes. Are there any other coins or tokens on the Doge blockchain? No, there are not. There isn't. It isn't set up like a Solana or ETH or whatever. I guess Algorand has a couple I saw. Cardano has some, like SNEC. But no, Doge is not set up to have other cryptos built on it. It's just Dogecoin. You buy Dogecoin for Dogecoin, right? 50 cents on the 19th, on Sunday. Okay, we'll see that, Craig. We'll be watching that. Do we get 50-cent Dogecoin on Sunday? What's going on with XRP? Well, they launched their own stablecoin. Gary Gensler, his last day is Friday. So the next SEC chair is pro-crypto. Most likely, all of the legal problems are going to be dismissed. And Brad Garlinghouse, one of the heads of Ripple, along with his attorney, had a dinner with Donald Trump last week. What could that be about? So that's what's going on with XRP. All of that is very bullish. Would love to see it embarrass Bitcoin. That's how Dogecoin trades. It outperforms everything when it starts pumping. Bitcoin's still doing okay. I mean, we can zoom out here to the 4-hour chart, and there's Bitcoin's performance there. And we can look at the Doge BTC trading pair, and Doge over the past day and a half trading better than Bitcoin. But what we typically see is when the market is going down, Dogecoin drops harder than Bitcoin. And that's what this was from the 4th of January all the way down to the 9th of January. Bitcoin went down, Doge went down harder. But what happens is when there's a pump, like we had here, the 2nd and 3rd, Doge outperforms Bitcoin. So we're seeing a little bit of that today, the start of it. But if there's a spike, Doge will outperform Bitcoin. We can also, while we're down here, take a look at Bitcoin dominance. Yep, it's still up over 58%. Bitcoin dominance is still holding up. And we were talking about this the other day, that we may not see a huge drop in Bitcoin dominance this cycle. That could happen. We want more green candles right now, though, during Kriss's live stream. This is the home of the green candle. You know that? This live stream right here is the home of the green candle. I just made that up. There's a California real estate company that accepts Dogecoin for down payments. Cool. I would do that, but I'm not buying in California. I am not buying a house in California. No way. I'll stick to Boston. Hello, future. How are you? Dogecoin could hit $1. We need the right things to align for Doge to trade up there, but yeah. We have some targets. We got 42, 48, 50, 60, 69. So, Adrian, you need to change 68 to 69 because that is the correct psychological number for Dogecoin, is 69. Okay, 69. Your financial advisor was shocked when he thought I was cashing out of crypto now. I told him 60 cents is my first slice. I told him your story without mentioning names. That's okay. Financial advisors are like, oh, but he's the one who can't talk about crypto, although he owns some. That's right. I remember that, Matt. Yep. We will see. Tell me you saw my Buff Jim Doge pick I commented on your X post. I haven't had time to really get into X, but if there's a Buff Doge there, awesome. See if we can find it real quick. It's been a busy day leading up to here. Where's the Buff Doge? There's Doge Fellas. That looks pretty cool. I like that one. There's this one. Doge Much Wow. LFG. Amazing. Elon and the Doge. Don't see a Buff Doge. Unless I missed something. I get a lot of notifications now. This was really cute. Somebody made this. Put me onto this Department of Government Efficiency. Gave me a special agent tag and a card. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's pretty cool. Yes, Doge up higher over the last day than all the other top 10 in crypto. Although Cardano is now sitting pretty good. Cardano is trying to get back over $1 here. But yeah, Doge still looking good. Can Bonk get back to an all-time high? It really did dip. That was a big dip on Bonk. Kind of wishing I would have sold. But yeah, we were talking about this from 59, that 0.00059 that we hit back in November and has really tailed off. Has almost lost, well, it has lost half of its value from there. So it needs to double in value from where it is right now and then some to get back to its all-time high. It could do that if it has a catalyst, like if Solana announces that Bonk is going to be airdropped for some use or something. That gets Bonk going. But right now, it's looking pretty weak. Unfortunately. But hey, maybe this weekend when everything's pumping, maybe we'll get some good Bonk price action as well. Tinfoil hat. If everyone thinks CPI will tank crypto, maybe tomorrow is the launch pad. It always drops. Doesn't matter whether it's good CPI or bad CPI. There's always a dip. What time is it? 8:30 or 9 o'clock? Whatever time it is, guaranteed, there's going to be a dip. It just happens every time. And it shouldn't effectively have anything to do with crypto. It's a United States inflation number, and crypto should be outside of that. Shouldn't be affected. But traders are traders, especially the leverage, the market makers trying to take out leverage. They'll use it as an opportunity to dump the price and take out leverage. So we can look for that tomorrow morning. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? It's a type A day. Hey, Daryl did send me a message on X, so we may be working on a little collab something. So we'll see. Sheeb to a penny. Dawn, do the math. No. Sheeb's not going to a penny. And there's nothing going on with Sheeb right now anyway. So, no. People voting no. or bear are memeing. Bulls are holding up at 88% still. It's David Sachs. Yeah. Is that is he on that poster that we just saw that somebody posted back to me? I didn't really look that closely, but is David Sachs on that? No. So it's not this one. So yeah, I haven't seen that. I think we break out of the channel, Damien says, this weekend to the upside. We're warming up to it now. Yes. More power, though. Will grocery stores begin taking crypto? There's that Algorand ad. We showed that a few weeks ago of someone paying with Algorand. Well, another guy was trying to pay with Bitcoin or something, and it was waiting like 10 minutes. And this guy's Algorand. Blink, done. What's up, Daydream? Big Bitcoin candle coming. We did have Bitcoin come up over 97,000. It's hit it 3 times now. 3 times today. Bitcoin has touched, no, actually a 4th time. 4 times Bitcoin has hit 97,000 and has been rejected. We'll see whether it can get over the hump. Yes, this is the home of the green candle. The best entry point, unfortunately, was yesterday at 31 cents. But here we are today, and I don't think there's going to be any big dips today, but tomorrow morning, look for one. How many BTC do I hold? I hold 1.12 or something around there. But yes, I'm a whole coiner now as of yesterday. 1.12 Bitcoin I now have. Lower than expected PPI typically means CPI will follow. But then we've got Trump's executive orders coming. Yep. But there's not going to be more cuts. They need unemployment to go up. That's what Chair Powell will say. They kind of need unemployment to go up. Doesn't that sound bad? You wish for more unemployment, for more people to be out of jobs so that they'll lower interest rates? That's how it works. QE sooner than expected. Who knows? I don't know on the money supply. I don't really follow the money supply exactly. 69 is the psychological number. Yes. Yeah, Corey, I don't know what a layer 0 actually is and whether Polkadot is indeed that or not. I don't really follow Polkadot, so I can't comment on that. Sorry. Okay, machine. We'll look for a new one. Be right at the top then. Greg sent one as well. Yeah, I'm waiting. Is it in messages? That's something else. Oh, this one with Elon. There you go. There you go. The roar of Elon. Wasn't that great? What a moment that was. Let's go. Let's go. Solana to 500. So, I mean, that's half of what some people are calling. Some people still think $1,000 Solana. But I think I called for $400, not $500. Because Solana already went on this 20x run the year before, which was much better than almost all cryptos. So I think it'll be tough. Yep. You bought 912 Doge. DCA, you buy what you can. Yeah, we're not getting there on the likes, so I guess people don't want free memberships. Sorry, Greg. Doesn't look like we're going to make it. But thanks for the challenge. Michael says, if you have 3,500 to invest, would Jasmine or Doge be more profitable? At this point, they both will. So maybe you split it between the two. A win-win situation if you split it between the two. Some people, Shannon, some people think that the Department of Government Efficiency and people talking about Doge in that light, there'll be many, many people that won't equate that to Dogecoin. So and definitely not to the Elon token, Doge Elon Mars. I don't see that happening. Too big of a stretch. And plus those tokens, just like the Elon token, just like it's not on Robinhood, right? It's not on Coinbase. So will Elon buy TikTok? I heard Mr. Beast said, I'll buy it. So it's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen there. But if he does, Doge would spike as well. If Elon bought TikTok, Doge price would spike. Happy Tuesday to you, MB. Zap is pretty sure Elon's going to buy it. That would be great for Doge. So Dawn, maybe sell your sheep. I don't know. Sheep is going to go on a run at some point in time, but I've been saying that for a year. It did okay last April or last March, but then it didn't hold it. Came crashing back down. My Doge chart for Doge hitting 60 cents is here on X, and it's this chart here. So you can take a look at that. Yeah, we talk about the market cap, Chef, but people just look at price. But we often talk about market cap, particularly like Algorand and Jasmine that already had big token unlocks, where you really have to, if you're comparing it back to what happened in 2021, you've got to look at market cap instead. You expect there to be a dump on the 20th. It just might be one day, Jared. You know, the 21st, we start seeing those executive orders and the whole thing turns around. It's going to be volatile, I think, in crypto. That's what I'm expecting. My Doge bag is about 2.6 million Dogecoin right now. I had sold about 250,000 as my first slice at 42 cents, 42.069. And will continue to sell slices. Will there be a dump this Friday? I think there's going to be a little dump tomorrow, Wednesday. I don't know about Friday yet. The Green New Deal. I like the green candles. Monday or Tuesday, you said you were considering selling a slice at 48. Yeah, that's maybe. We'll see how things are going. I mean, originally I was going to sell at 35, but the price just kept going up, and it was just like, I'm going to let it ride a little bit. And once it got to 42, I was like, okay. So the same thing could happen at 48. If it's still looking very positive, I may not sell at 48, may wait till 50 for a slice. We'll see. Davin gifted a membership. Who got Davin's? Cryptography. Cryptography was gifted a membership by Davin. Congratulations, Cryptography. And thank you for your generosity, Davin. Appreciate that. Are there any regulatory changes that could affect Dogecoin's performance? I don't think there's anything that is specifically related to Dogecoin. I think one of the things they're going to be trying to figure out is what is a commodity and what is a security. And Dogecoin should be in the same boat as Bitcoin, as a commodity, and not called a security, as a proof of work cryptocurrency that works and functions decentralized like Bitcoin. So that could help. Is Dogecoin getting put on a list as a commodity, not a security? So it'll be interesting with the regulatory guidelines in the United States coming out. Again, it doesn't affect the rest of the world, but it does have an impact on price. So I would say that would be one thing I could see. All right, machine. We'll take a look. Oh, it's up. Yeah, I did the Senator Warren thing just because it's like ridiculous. Yeah, still didn't post. I don't know. Maybe because you're not verified, it's not showing up as an image. I don't know. Is it under this one? Ah, there it is. Gotcha, machine. That buff Doge. That one's certainly buff. Thank you. Hey, Peter, you're in India now, middle of the night. Enjoy your vacation over there. And then, of course, if Elon buys TikTok, then it'll be that discussion too. Dogecoin. Sorry about the ads, KB. I don't know what Google does. I don't know what they do, but gosh. You thought today was Wednesday. No. Not yet. Shannon, the year of the Sheeb, 2028. I'll have already sold my Sheeb before then. Most likely. Buying a house. Buy the rumor, sell the news. That's what I think. That's what I think we're going to have this weekend. We need some more green candles, though, right now. Take 50% profit when you're up 100. Then you're just playing with free money, right? You've taken out your initial investment. Yeah, I don't know tomorrow morning, Devilmon. I can't imagine if there are dips, it's going to go as deep as 31 because we've climbed all the way up to 35 and a half. So maybe retests like 34, maybe 33. Again, it's going to be a lot of the leverage flush looking at Bitcoin. And we'll have to see where all of that liquidity is tomorrow morning on the Bitcoin heat map. Like, where are all these new Bitcoin bets in terms of leverage? So, I mean, we can get a peek here right now. Let me go to this map here. Just in the past 24 hours. Oh, yeah. There's $100 million just about right here at 93.9. So I see the dip at least getting under 94K on Bitcoin. They're going to want to take out that big yellow line right there. So I can see that happening. And of course, Doge will have some. There hasn't been a lot of new leverage trading. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, right under 34 cents. So yeah, 33.9. That's what I would guess. Just looking at it real quick, that we would see a dip to 33.9 for Doge. And Bitcoins, again, would be 93.9. So I'm calling it right now. Look for those price points tomorrow morning once those CPI numbers come out. More times than not, that's what happens. That's what happens. Green candles, guys. Living in the green. Want to see more green. The peak. Pro, but you spelled it wrong. Where's that Q, dude? Got to put the Q in there, pro. That's okay. Peak with a Q. Kind of flat. 44 cents. Peak is a little flat today. So waiting for that buying pressure to come. But not there right now. Does seeing your portfolio 300,000 down in a month affect you? It's been down more. It is what it is. I still believe in, something happening this 4-year cycle that's going to be a prices higher. So I'm like, I'm not ready yet to give up on my portfolio being down over any period of time. So, but look, even our KrissPax DCA portfolio is coming back up. We're back up over 45,000 now. Where yesterday at this time, we were down here at 42,000. So we've gained $3,000 just on our KrissPax DCA portfolio. So that means my personal portfolio is also up. So yeah, I'll take that. I will take that. $35.5. So we had a dip and now we're curling back around. Bitcoin is not following the same pattern as Doge right now. Hello. I clicked the wrong button, sorry. How's everybody doing? Hi. I'm just clicking around. There we go. Good afternoon, Austin. Last chance to get 5-digit Bitcoin. Yeah, Tim. Yeah, Big Kriss, right? That was me. Yeah, I got some yesterday. I got 1 Bitcoin yesterday. I traded in my DJT stock. And the DJT stock right now is just about at the same price I sold it at yesterday, the mid 39s. When I swapped it over for Bitcoin at 92,000, and Bitcoin is now up over 96,000. So I'm now up $4,000 on my Bitcoin I bought yesterday. And I think, like you say, Tim, it's going to be back over 100K. And we could see that this weekend too. Yeah, Damien, I don't know what's going to happen on the ETF front. I mean, a new head of the SEC who's going to be reviewing this stuff. I think they have to get through this whole regulatory thing first, figuring out what's a commodity and what is a security. I think they have to do that. And it'll be interesting where things like XRP and Solana end up in that kind of review. It'll be very interesting to see. Anybody else want to do likes? Get your likes in, people. We have a target of 225. No more likes. Some people don't like me. 188. Getting closer. I still cannot believe that Elizabeth Warren is my senator here in Massachusetts. John Deaton would have been awesome. So my goals, Anwar, are going to be more time-based than actual number-based. Buying a house and all this spring. So it's going to be time sensitive is what it's going to be. Oh, you made that with Grok? Awesome machine. Buff Doge. Doge at $10. I don't see that, Tony. Not this cycle. I do not see that. I thought TikTok was supposed to be banned this week. So did anybody here in the chat know what the deadline is for TikTok and when it's going to be banned? I thought it was this week before the inauguration. Let us know in the chat if you know. All right, Ironwood, I just said what I think the dips are going to be tomorrow. Should be on the 19th. Well, that would be Sunday. Could be an interesting weekend. Doge is going up because it was pushed down too low on the last dip. And there's still anticipation leading up to Inauguration Day. I think that is what's helping Dogecoin. The longs and shorts will manipulate it, yes. Yeah, we'll get into the heat map another time in detail, Machine, but it's basically those price points where leverage trades get liquidated. If I was going to put in a liquidation trade right now at 35.5, there's some number below where I set as that. I don't even know what they call it because I don't do leverage trades. But and the lower you set it, the safer the bet. The tighter you set it, the more leverage you can trade with. That's the number we look at on the heat maps. So if somebody has a 93,900 on Bitcoin as that liquidation number, that determines or helps determine what they're going to trade at what leverage. That's basically it. There you go, Pro, with the Q. I can only tell you what I'm doing, just continuing to hold SHIB and wait for a run. But if it doesn't come by the time I'm buying a house, I'll just sell it. I'm still up 2x. I was up 4x back in March. Only up 2x now. But that's how it goes. Saw some stuff on the old Reddit about them trying to short squeeze DJT and him releasing JFK documents. Would that boost the stock? I don't know. I sold my DJT stock. I wrote it. I got profit. I'm good. So I am out of the DJT stock business. And I'm now riding a Bitcoin instead for long term. DJT, I was always planning on trading or selling by Friday. That was my plan. But Monday, when it was up 20% while everything else was in the red, I was like, I have to. Plus, my overall amount invested went over the price of one Bitcoin. So I sold the DJT stock and bought one Bitcoin. And so that started with an $18,000 initial investment at the end of September, and turned that with a couple swing trades and adding about $2,000 more. So it was a total of about $20,000. And I now have one Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin, if I had just bought it then, I looked at it, was like 66, 67K. So it worked out as a good deal for me. The ETH monthly chart on log. Interesting. I have not looked at the ETH monthly on log. There's the monthly chart where we are. Just straight first. And it looks, 2021 high up at 4,800. Dipped all the way down 2022 at the bottom, just under 1,000. Here's my average, 1,600. This blue line, that is my average price of my ETH that I have. Traded up in March to 4,000 and then repeated that 4,000 peak there 1st of December. All right, so let's see what this looks like in logarithmic. Kind of flattens it out percentage-wise. It just doesn't look like a strong chart. Doesn't look like ETH is just doing anything. But I'm still up 2x on my ETH, just like I'm up 2x on my SHIB. And I'll take that. That's better than investing in stocks. But I'm at 222 likes, Greg. 222. Need 3 more likes. 3 more likes. And Greg is giving out memberships, guys. Come on, 3 more likes. Let's go. Who hasn't liked yet? There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. We did it, Greg. We did it. With a nice big green candle on the Doge chart too. Look at that. Nice big green candle. Green candles are us. Oh, meanwhile, we had Austin Smiley join as a member. Austin, welcome to the family. I've never bought DOT, mark that. And I never will buy DOT. Not my thing. Not my thing. Thank you, KB, on my Bitcoin. How do you view Dogecoin's long-term potential, considering its unlimited supply? So, Samuel, it is capped per year. It's not unlimited per year. It just is a set amount of Doge that is given as rewards to the miners who are validating all the transactions on the blockchain. So that is Dogecoin's inflation. And as a percentage of the overall amount of Doge, it's decreasing percentage-wise every year, what I call decreasing inflation. So, and if Doge gets adopted, if Elon does something on X or TikTok, let's say, that inflation is actually going to be a feature, not a bug, as Elon calls it. That's a feature of Dogecoin, not a bug, because then people are more willing to actually spend it and use it and not hoard it like Bitcoin. That's what makes Dogecoin unique. Okay? Kriss buying a house is going to be a world event. It's going to be something. Algorand, yeah, we talked about Algorand, whether we're going to get to $1 or not. And certainly if there's a tax law that passes for Algo, Hedera, Cardano, and XRP, that people won't have to pay capital gains on their profits on those. That'll be awesome. That will be awesome. I'll take either one, A-star. X payments, TikTok payments, sure. Aave, for a decentralized or a DeFi based project, Aave is awesome. I own a bag of Aave, but I will be selling profit this spring, all my Aave. But I'm up pretty good on that as well. So, good afternoon, Raul. How are you? There's no Pepe halving. There's no halving. All the Pepe tokens are out there in circulation. That is totally fake. Totally fake. How likely is $1 this cycle in percentage? I would give it a low percentage, just all things being equal. But if Dogecoin is actually going to be integrated into something like X or TikTok, then that percentage goes up dramatically. That's what I can say about that. Give me more green. Like that too. We just have a little red one though. Got to get past that. All right. Greg gifted 10 memberships. Thought you were going to do 5, dude. But thank you. 10. Very generous. Who got them? Samuel. See, that's what you get for putting a good chat in. You get a membership. JM, Indra, Andrea, Kriss with a K as well. Congratulations. Zachariah, Lewis, Fish, Cameron, and Double D's Nuts. Oh, you guys are hilarious. Double D's Nuts. And you are now a member of the channel. Congrats, everyone. Thanks, Greg, for your generosity. That was fun. And look, now our likes are up to 266. It worked. It worked. That's awesome. I don't know the Hive ecosystem, Jonathan. Don't know anything about it. Indra, it's a lucky week for you. You got other memberships too. Awesome. Peak is not recovering. It's flat, going sideways, Raul. Still at 44 cents. We just checked that. Let's look at Link, though. How's Link looking? $20 still. Yeah, it's up a bit from the dip. It dipped to 1785. So that chart looks better than peaks. I would prefer to see $30 though. I want to get back up here, $30, where we were the middle of December. So, but yeah, it's coming out of the rut as well, as I said, right? The rut, climbing out of the rut. That's a nice V shape though, isn't that? Isn't that a nice V shape there? That's what we'd like to see, right? That is a bullish chart right there. Very clean V-shape recovery. So now it can go higher. That's pretty good. Doge's has done it one better because it's done the V and then it's gone higher. Even more bullish. Look at that Doge chart. Look at that Doge chart. Love it. Love it. Green candles. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Hello, Blake. How are you? Samuel, thank you for the super sticker or chat with no words, but you're now a member of the channel. Thanks to Greg. Appreciate it. How's Jasmine looking? I haven't looked at Jasmine's chart today. Still 3 cents. Let's see how their 4-hour chart looks. Not quite a full V shape. Jasmine's is more, not quite the full V there. This is what I wanted to happen last week. We wanted Jasmine to get over 4 cents, come back and retest as support, and then move higher. And instead, the whole market dumped on it. Unfortunately, not a great move. But Dogecoins is really looking good. Thinking of buying some more Jasmine? I just heard today Detroit is in the process of accepting crypto as a form of payment for taxes and fees. Wow. We know Miami does it because the mayor there set that up like 2 years ago, if I recall. Thank you, Ali. When will the bull run be over? March, April, or October, November? Congrats to all the new members. Congrats. It's random, Ali. It's totally random when there are gift memberships. People don't specifically, you're not able to pick and choose who gets them. Your luck will come someday, Craig. Isn't there already a double D's nuts token? Or it's being created right now. A kiss to all my friends in India. Cheers. INTC, Zach? INTC, the stock? There's a lot of rumors about INTC. Like it might get bought out. Do you think somebody would do that? Still looking weak. Looking very weak as a stock, $19. Yeah, Not a great 2024. The stock is down for the year 60%. So Intel is ripe for a buyout. I mean, it's like Nvidia could do it, or someone else who's got cash. That's what I would guess. And that would spike the price if there was a buyout. But yeah, Zach, it's this big dip that it had back here in August. We covered it at the time. Just total drop off. But it was already dropping down from April. This is just, it's like one of the worst stock charts I've ever seen is Intel. So if somebody wanted to buy down here at 18 bucks, just give it a little bit for a flyer in case there's a buyout. But otherwise, there's nothing happening with this company. It's just, it's not competing with Nvidia, that's for sure. And look, I mean, compare it to like Doge's chart. It's the complete opposite. It's almost exactly the opposite. But if somebody sees a buying opportunity now, I don't know. Good day for Dogecoin. Jasmine's still recovering. Yeah, we see that. Be sure to like and subscribe, y'all. Will the market end green for the month? 88% believe so. This was our poll. 88% believe so. When ETH moves, when ETH finally moves, yeah, we'll probably see Pepe. Enjoy that as well. Yeah, I could see that. I don't know, Stonk or not. Why do you think mid-February? You think there's going to be some fears with the new administration, stuff they're doing? I hear some of that out there. Yeah, Andrew, I don't know if you want to flip it over to another coin, what kind of advantage you would have. I mean, Doge does have the possibility of, much greater percentage increases. But if it does a huge pump and you're interested in ADA or algo, maybe some of it, take a little profit on Doge and then buy some algo with that. With some of it, maybe. Yep. So the trading volume for Doge in India is now going to increase. All right, Jay. You're going to do a membership giveaway on the 20th. All right. We will look forward to it on Monday. Awesome. You're buying the dip at the end of the month? FOMC, Paul. FOMC. I think that's on the 30th. That could be a dip buying opportunity as well. Blake, gifting out some memberships. Jonathan Clark has become a member. Congratulations, Jonathan. Thank you, Blake. Thank you. We don't know what's going to happen on the 20th. Again, there's the counter narrative, and then there's the counter to the counter narrative. That prices don't really climb going into the 20th, and then they spike on the 20th. I don't know. Corey says, don't flip to another coin, give it time. Yeah, but there's nothing wrong with taking some profits if it's a high flyer. Like if Doge goes up 20% and others are only going up like 2 or 3, you can take a little haircut on some Doge and flip it into something else. That's a reasonable trade. Raiden's here. Welcome. Make sure you like the stream, Raiden. We had a lot of gifted memberships today because of the number of likes on the stream. You've got about $80 in Doge machine. That's all right. You'll add to it. I have confidence. But yep, this is a good place to be in the whole crypto world. Little corner of YouTube here with a Dogecoin family. It's pretty good. Chico's here. Thank you. Appreciate it. Hi, Kamir. Hodling for dear life. Hey, you never know where that will go in the future. People who bought $80 worth of Bitcoin 10 years ago are sitting pretty good now. You saying I don't know makes me really trust you. I don't. Like I say, I don't have a crystal ball. So, although the crypto ball on Monday night will be fun if you can afford to go. Yeah, AVAX, I don't have insights in it. I still own some. But yeah, it has been quiet. And what happened because it was quiet, well, it's still number 11. SWE has not caught up to it yet. Or maybe SWE did and then pulled back a little bit. I thought SWE had moved up to 11, but Avalanche still 15 billion for Avalanche. So it's still number 11, hanging out there. I flipped all my XRP into Peak to buy back more XRP. We'll see how that works. My trading strategy for Doge is slicing profits along on the way up. So, and I'll be talking about it openly with you guys on what's happening, but it's going to be slicing profits. And then at some point in time, if the house hits, it's going to be how much Doge can I keep to be able to pay for the house, all cash, no mortgage. That'll determine how much Doge I keep, because I'm going to keep the 1 Bitcoin. And then we'll see how much Doge I keep out of it. And the rest of it I'm selling, except for the Peak. I'm holding Peak because I think there's going to be a huge bump with a Binance listing. So that's worth keeping. But just about everything else I'm going to be selling. But that's my situation, and I can only talk about what I'm doing. But this has been my 2-year, 2-month plan. Has been all leading up to this spring. And it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Did Doge go up crazy on Biden's inauguration? No, it didn't. January 20th, 2021 was before the big pump. The pump didn't come until the 28th. Okay? So that's where I bought. And so January 20th was this a little wimpy green sideways thing. It was nothing. And then the day after, it dumped from 0.009 down to 0.008. That red candle. It was the week later when that pump happened. That was a week later. So yeah, it was a big nothing burger on Biden's inauguration day. A big nothing burger for Doge on that day. But let's get back to today. This is what would happen while we're here if Elon bought TikTok. This is when Elon bought Twitter. Dogecoin was at 6 cents and it spiked all the way to 14 cents. That was Elon buying Twitter. So more than doubled in price. If Elon bought TikTok, we could see 80-cent Dogecoin happening just like that. While I was stopping along right here in 2022 when that happened, we were in the middle of the bear market too. FTX hadn't even collapsed yet. It was right before the FTX collapse, which happened here, end of November. But Dogecoin didn't dump as much. It's like 40%. Didn't dump as much as like Bitcoin did on that day. When was that? There it is. This is what happened to Bitcoin that day. FTX dump. Well, actually, 28%. It just looks more violent on the Bitcoin's chart. But that was the FTX crash. So yeah, I guess Doge's wasn't quite so immediate though, because Elon had just bought Twitter. And so there weren't a lot of people selling Dogecoin like that. Bitcoin looking good on the daily. Dogecoin also looking good on the daily. Big green candle. But a couple little reds zoomed in a little bit. I don't really follow Bollinger Band signals. It doesn't mean much to me, Kevin. It's still only looking at how something is traded in the past. Nope, Adam, still buying the house in 2025. Not waiting. Not waiting. Yeah, can we get to January 20th already? I mean, come on, right? It's the 14th, though. It's now less than a week. I do not know the criteria for a Binance listing, but I can say Peak is not a meme token. It's a real project. It's getting a really good following. But I don't know exactly what the qualifications are for Binance to list it. Maybe you just have to pay them a boatload of money. Give them a bunch of tokens. I don't know. Two years, 2 months, and 3 days. I don't know the meaning of that exactly, Andrew, but that's about how long it's been since the FTX crash. And that's when I made the decision on the FTX crash. You need AVAX to have a decent comeback. Can we ask the 8-ball if we're going to close the week above 43.5? That was the Rocky line, wasn't it? I haven't seen Rocky in a while, but that was the Rocky line. All right. We're going to ask the Magic 8-ball. Are we going to close the week above the Rocky line? What does the Magic 8-ball say? Signs point to yes. Signs point to yes on the Magic 8-ball. You guys can't see it though, unfortunately. Signs point to yes. The Magic 8-ball has spoken. The Rocky line. End of the week. End of the week. Yeah, we'll see, machine, what they do. Trump wants to support American companies. And so that was an idea that was thrown out there. What they actually do, we'll see. I would like to not have to pay capital gains tax when I sell my Algorand, when I sell my HBAR, and my little bit of XRP, and my Cardano. I hold all of them. That would save me a lot of money on my taxes next year. Didn't Doge also pump 1 week after the election in November? No, Doge started pumping on the 5th and just started going up. TikTok says the report of possible sale to Musk is pure fiction. Yeah, but it's all over X. Elon has not mentioned anything about it. Not that I saw. But it would be cool. But Jimmy, Mr. Beast, said, I'll buy it. I don't know if that means anything or not, but if Doge went up to 75 cents, would it go back to 35 cent support again? I would think maybe half the value, like 42, would then become support and not all the way back to 35. There was an article about TikTok and the unlikelihood that it will be banned, simply out of fear of the Chinese TikTok equivalent red page. I think they just want to ban it because ByteDance has not been open with those in the United States asking specific questions about the Chinese ability to spy, where the data is being held, all of that stuff. So I think they just want to ban it. So you don't see a huge following for Peak. Not yet. Not yet. It's only been 2 months since it launched. The 8-ball has predicted good signs. And even the couple times when it said no, came out to be true. She just isn't looking good. No rate cut? Well, we'll see on January 30th, but there could be a dump in the market. I don't know what the odds are right now. What are people saying? FOMC CME group. What are they saying? 97% chance there's no rate cut. It's a 97% chance of no rate cut. So there you go. Pretty much expected. But it's going to be, what does Powell say? What's he going to say? The next FOMC is 19th of March, which is still almost 80% no rate cut. And then May 7th is still 63% no rate cut. June, 45%, still the majority, no rate cut. End of July, then that's the first time there's a majority that shows a 25 basis point rate cut. So yeah, that's kind of bearish. That's kind of bearish. You could sell something at a loss to compensate. However, those four in particular, XRP, Algorand, Hedera, and Cardano, I mean, I'm up hundreds of thousands of dollars collectively between those. I only have small losses. I don't have huge losses to offset it. Plus all the other crypto I'm going to be selling, which is going to be $1 million of profit for this year. So I would just prefer the Trump administration say, okay, no capital gains tax for United States-based companies and their crypto for taking profits. AMC, are you kidding, machine? What a joke. $3.24. That stock is just crap. Crap. Always the dip. Latif, look at your clock. What time is it now? All right. And then about 13 hours from now, 14 hours from now, wherever it is, wherever you are in the world, 14 hours from now, Kriss is predicting there's going to be a dip. Now, I don't know what the price is going to do between now and the dip, but if I was getting ready to buy, that's what I would do. I would be targeting 8:30 or 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Let me see exactly what time. US CPI number release time. Somebody's looking at it. 8:30 a.m. Yep. 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. So yeah. So that would be, it's 4 o'clock now. 16 hours from now. 16 hours from now, Latif. Be ready. Be on your exchange. You got your money ready to buy. Not financial advice. I've just seen this happen so many times, and more times than not, when the numbers come out, there's a dip in the market. 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, United States Eastern Time, I think there's going to be a dip. But what do I know? I'm just a guy on YouTube. Edward, that is when the US CPI number, the Consumer Price Index number, is going to be released. And it doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. There'll be a dip. So 16 hours from now, I think there's going to be a dip. Do you really believe in $5 Doge in the next 5 months? I've never believed in $5 Doge in the next 5 months. No, I don't believe in $5 Doge in 5 months. Now, if you tell me that Elon is going to completely integrate it into X payments over the next 5 months, then I'll say maybe Doge can get there. We'll see what the FOMO is, right? But just on the surface, no. My prediction is still the same, John. Still the same. Gradual up through the weekend, and I'll be live at least Friday and Sunday. Saturday, I'm not sure about because that's family day. But if there's like some huge trading going on, I'll break away for an hour or so on Saturday. And then I'll be here Monday morning, starting at 10 a.m. East Coast time. I'll have my coffee. Everybody show up with your coffee and we'll start the day. Chirpow. Chirpow. Yep. Chirpow. Doge dominance, how are you? Do you think there will be any big moves up for February or March? Right now, the only thing we have in March is this March 19th FOMC meeting that I know about that could be a trigger for the overall markets. I think we have to wait and see what the Department of Government Efficiency does, what happens with X money, X payments, particularly for Doge. There'll be some news that'll come out that we have no idea is coming. Yeah, we covered the open positions for leverage trading. And that's a pretty big number, 4.28 long to short. That means, yes, strong trader optimism. But do you know what it also means? It means that a lot of these other have been wiped out and they just made a bunch of new ones. That's on Bitcoin. Doge. I think these are actually more than 2 weeks old. I've got to go to because it's on Binance, right? Yeah, on Binance. You look at this chart, and this will show you. Actually, there's not. I was expecting there'd be a lot more down here. There's a lot in this range here. 30.5 down to 29.9. 4 to 1, I don't know. I don't see it here. If they say, I don't see it. Maybe it's the number of trades versus not the dollars, but the actual number. Maybe it's that. Because dollar-wise, I don't see 4 to 1. AMC, man, I can't wait to sell my AMC stock and be done with it. The next spike, I don't care what it is. I'm getting out of it. Done. Stupid. I know that was a joke. Thank you, Raiden. I plan to keep it for as long as I can. Exactly, Julian. Good or bad news, it will dip. That's what happens. It just dips. And it's 1 hour before the stock market opens, which means crypto will definitely dip. There's no stock market to buoy it. It'll just dip. Those stupid 830 things. Will Dogecoin get the long extension? I don't know what you mean, Pharaoh music. I don't know. Well, I'm a Bitcoin hodler now, and Doge, of course. And then what happens after 8:30? I don't know, Vinta. Whether the market just turns back around or does it go lower? Holding Doge for 8 years, Charles, most likely is going to be very beneficial. All signs show the crypto markets just continuing to go up. We're so early. Now, probably not at the huge percentage increases year over year. I think that'll like flatten out a bit. But until the 4-year cycle is broken, I still believe in it. Still believe in it. We'll see, Ben, if we get 60-cent Doge. We'll see. But that was my post on X this morning, was just looking at the fractal and looking at the setup. Looks very similar. So on a percentage basis, that's what the target would be, 60 cents. We'll see. Doesn't mean that'll happen. If you had some extra money to throw away, what would you buy? Dogecoin. It would still be Doge. I still think Dogecoin is going to outperform almost all cryptos from here. Just based on the potential for these huge spikes. Yeah, lots of likes today, guys. Awesome. And Greg was very generous with 20 gifted memberships. WIF has been bleeding. I know, right? Makes you wonder whether a Robinhood listing is actually worth it, right? It was bad timing too when it got listed. It wasn't good timing. If it had been listed like a month earlier, would have been a whole different story. What is my most hated crypto? Well, personally, I would say Loopring, just because I've lost money on it. But most hated, probably SafeMoon, right? Would be my most hated, would be SafeMoon, which I actually made money on. I actually made about $500 off of SafeMoon. I got out before it really crapped. But I think that put a big, bad mark on crypto back in 2021. And then maybe a close second would be Luna, because that wrecked so many people. I was not into Luna, and I even talked about it at the time in my videos. It's like, I'm not touching this thing. It's like, no way. But Luna wrecked a lot of people. So that would probably be a close second. Yep. I wonder if Wall Street has 2 buttons for data releases. Dump and pump. Yeah, it's all coordinated. Yes, 8:30 in the morning. Yeah, Austin. That's when this US consumer price index is going to be released, is 8:30 East Coast time in the morning. Yep. So I probably won't make my Wednesday morning video until after that happens. So look for me to do a reaction video probably around 9 o'clock. Because I'm not going to do it before that number comes out. It'll be worthless, whatever I say. Then I'll just be guessing, and it's just like, no, I want to see what the real number is. The Redskins are upsetting the Lions. Bold prediction. I think out of all the point spreads, the Lions over the Redskins is the biggest one out of next weekend's games. So, but hey, that's why they play the game, right? You never know who's going to win. And with that quarterback of yours, that could be a lot of fun. It's amazing how many close games they've had, like all year long. They're in the game, like every week. So that'll be a fun one to watch. I mean, I had a plan for it, and I'd been talking about it for about a week, that I would be taking that DJT stock and then flipping it for Bitcoin. But now to be a whole coiner, I mean, in the crypto world, I guess that's kind of a big thing. I mean, George is always talking about it on Cryptos Are Us. Like getting to 1 Bitcoin is a big deal. And I agree with that. I agree with that. That's a big deal. So I made it. And I'm going to hold on to it. You had 3,000 BTC sold when it looked like $10 looked like a nice deal. Feel like the pizza guy. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we make our decisions along the way, though, with the best information we have. You never know. I mean, even me selling, crypto where I am going to this spring, it's probably still going to go higher, but I'm achieving my goal of buying a house for cash. So at least I'll have met my goal. But yeah, knowing that especially a year or 4 years later, if I had held on, it'd be worth millions of dollars more. I kind of think that that's going to happen. There is hearsay about SHIB and an explosive breakout. Really? When's that going to happen, Jay? Please tell. I'd like to know when that's going to happen. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting. I'm going to be live for the inauguration. Yes, Stonkernaut. All day right here. And we'll have Trump's speech on as well, and we'll see how the markets are reacting. So I'll have 2 pictures here. I'll have the video going of Trump's speech as well as the charts, and we'll be watching. We will be watching. And I'll be here for 2 hours before, and then we'll probably go at least 2 hours after. Maybe even more. See how spicy the trading is. So yeah, start with your coffee in the morning, switch over to like a soft drink, and then maybe hit some alcohol. I do not know what a go baby trade is, Corey. Sorry. You didn't have a goal. You just looked at the number and said, I'll take that profit. Nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with taking profits. Hey, Hector, how are you? Still driving, it looks like. That's your picture anyway. Hey, I've still doubled my money on SHIB. But I did expect it to go on a kind of a run, and it did back in March. Didn't think that it would drop back as much as it did, but a lot of things did. You never know. The graph, yeah, I don't know. Again, it's just one of those cryptos that, I mean, it's done okay, 20 cents. But it's another one of those that kind of dumped down. My average is 13 cents. I do own some of this, so that isn't even a 2x. I would need to go up to like 26 cents to have doubled my investment on the graph. But there's been no alt season. That's really the main thing, is we haven't had an alt season. So there's these great projects like the graph, but we haven't had an alt season. So that's what I think has hurt this more than anything else, is lack of alt season. So earlier we did talk about Dogecoin leading the altcoin pack because Dogecoin's had a good day trading today, which is better than most alts, which has been good. And that we're getting out of this rut, the plunge on Monday, but Dogecoin has spiked back up nearly 11% coming out of that rut. So it's reclaimed all of its lost ground while surging higher, plus some. And we drew this on our V-shaped recovery here for Doge, where we've not only come back to where we started on Sunday, but have then moved higher. That is very bullish. That's very bullish. And we were comparing this to something like Jasmy, which hasn't come back to its spring point from Sunday. Jasmy just kind of has petered out. So you look at the Jasmy chart on the 4-hour, and then you compare it to Doge, and you're like, yeah, Doge, much, much better. Much, much better. The leverage trading? Oh, no, Jay, absolutely not. Leverage trading on a super volatile trading day is trouble. It's trouble. But hey, you do you, right? If you want to do a leverage trade, I can't tell you what to do or not to do, but on a day that we think is going to be high volume, that's the worst day to put in leverage trades. But hey, I don't trade on leverage, so maybe you're smarter than me and you'll do okay. But I don't touch leverage. I'm making good money just buying and holding, DCAing, a couple swing trades here and there, but that was earlier on. I haven't done any swing trades in crypto in well over a year. Moving crypto to real estate is securing the bag. Exactly. Especially in Boston. Boston real estate market has always been up. So right now, Rowan, I'm saying 60 cents. Again, this was my chart from this morning that I posted on X, is a 60-cent number here. So we'll see. We'll see if this plays out. It's bullish. It's bullish, but it has a precedent back here from just about a year ago. Almost the same exact setup happening here at a higher price. So percentage-wise, it matches. So we'll see how that plays out. Michael was here earlier, Raiden. You missed him. He was behaving himself. No, Darren, I am not a chocolate fan. No. No, I've cut out most sweets, reduced sugar intake, and I chocolate is no. Used to love it back in the day, but yeah, I can't eat chocolate anymore. cutting out as much sugar as I can. The days before inauguration itself will be a nothing burger. People have already bought the speculation. The counter to the counter narrative, Anthony. Or is that the original narrative? I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. The new admin is pro-crypto. I know, Blake. That's where all this talk about this super cycle comes in. It's just like there's going to be no bear market in 2026 because everything is just, for crypto, everything is just going to continue moving forward, particularly with Bitcoin, which is why many are saying if it dips at all in 2026, it's going to be nowhere near percentage-wise where it was in the previous bear markets. So we'll see. But yes, uncharted waters, definitely, Blake. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, just think about crypto regulations in the United States making banks who hold any crypto, whatever that term is that they use for claiming it as an asset, will be huge. And then you've got institutions buying, you've got countries buying, you've got even states within the United States talking about Bitcoin reserves, like all of that. You're not going to have selling other than the kind of week-to-week ETF selling based on just the movement of the market, as well as the leverage trading that will continue because degen traders are going to be degen traders. They're going to do what they do. And so they'll always be up and down because of that. But like huge bear market, I don't know. Is it going to be another like FTX or Luna kind of crash that's going to really shake the market? Could be something out there. Who knows? That's why they call them black swan events, right? Why wouldn't you ever stop for a percentage of your coins instead of taking profit if you thought it could go higher? Well, again, my goal is to buy a house, and there's going to be a certain dollar amount I need to cash out. Even if I know the price is going to go higher, even if I think it's going higher, I will still have to sell in order to buy the real estate. I can't wait. So I don't know, Rowan. That's what I'm saying. We have no idea what's going to happen on Inauguration Day. I think it's going to be some ups and downs, and whether overall it's a huge up or whether it's a dump, I don't know. If the prices have been going up over the weekend, then I think there might be more of a chance of it going down on the 20th. Just something to watch for. But it could all just be bullish and just keep going up. H-bar to $1, Pavlos. Algorand to $1. Cardano, just about there, 99 cents still. It was at $1 earlier today. So we don't count that one. Between Doge, H-bar, and Algo, though, which will get to $1 first. That's still out there. Algorand was up 6% today. Had a nice run this morning. And H-bar, 29 cents. So they're all kind of right in the same range. You'll be debt-free, Christoph, if Doge hits 80 cents. That'll be a nice thought. Ethereum really didn't move much today. 2.5%. Yeah, that's not really much. Doge is over 5% today. Twice what Ethereum did. And Algorand, 6%, almost 3 times what Ethereum did today. So yeah, that's not great. FUD is inevitable always. Always, Shannon. What do I think about ETH's future? ETH is like the dinosaur blockchain. It's still got a bunch of stuff built on it. Last week, I compared it to Microsoft, like Microsoft Office, right? Word, Excel, PowerPoint. It's just the slow dinosaur that everybody uses. It's not the best software at all by a long shot, but it's what everybody uses. So ETH is like that. Some are building on Sui, other blockchains, right? To be ahead of others, faster, more efficient, and all of that. But compared to ETH, it's still a very, very small percentage of the overall smart contract game. So $10 Dogecoin, Bingir Vinkivij. Yeah, I did that pretty good. Interesting name. Elon, the entire Trump family, they've got skin in the game, so 0% tax is good for them too. Exactly, right? Hey, Benjamin, I'm never selling all my Dogecoin. I will sell, again, I will continue to take profits at certain price points, but then with the upcoming house purchase, it'll depend on when I liquidate all my other altcoins, how much Doge do I need to sell to match that dollar figure? And I don't know what that is yet. I don't know what that is yet. If a real black swan event, I've got stock in AR. To add to your stop loss question, could a stop loss trigger if it drops fast enough? I don't know on leverage trades. I don't know how that works. You have to close out your trade. And I don't know. I don't trade like that. I don't have stop losses. I don't, because I'm always active with the charts, with the prices, what's going on. Is Trump meeting Michael Saylor? I don't know. I don't know. Would expect at least a flash crash on the 20th and then back. Maybe. Again, I think it's going to be volatile that day. That's why I'm planning on being here. See what happens. Oh, and Peak. Yeah, that's right, Rowan. Peak is in that chatter too, about to $1 with Algorand, Hedera, and Doge. Do I think Peak or SWI will reach Sol numbers? Will SWI reach Sol numbers? So SWI is here at number 12. It's got a $13.8 billion market cap. Solana is 90. So SWI would have to go, what, 7? Yeah, so SWI would have to go to like $28 to get up to Solana. That's a 7x with Solana just standing still. So that's a long shot. That's a long shot. Maybe not this cycle, maybe next cycle. If SWI continues to grow, continues to be built on. I always said SWI is going to be a top 10 coin. I saw it last spring and I called it last April. And it's number 12 now. So it's getting closer. Yeah, I'd like to keep some of my SWI tokens. I don't want to sell all my SWI. That'll be one of the last one. That and Doge. For the house. I'll keep the Peak and I'll keep the Bitcoin. And everything else will be gone. And of course, right after I sell something, right, it's going to like explode in price. It'll be what it'll be. There's nothing you can do about it. Hedera still at 29 cents, just flattening out. Algorand, 37 cents, flattening out. Cardano, just under $1, flattening out. So, and then Bitcoin at 96.5. That's the current state. And like Doge flattening out here at 35.5. WIF has just really sold off bad. It's a meme token built on Solana. What's going to happen? I don't follow it. I don't own any. I've never bought it. But yeah, it's been down big time. Someone else said, yeah, compare that to when it was listed on Robinhood, and it's done nothing but go down. Again, part of that was just timing, bad timing of when it got listed. When the whole bull market takes off and it's altcoin season and everything's going up, WIF will go up too. But if things continue to kind of flounder here with up and down trading, more leverage sweeps, things like that, WIF isn't going to do very well. Jacob's 108,000 Dogecoin at 10 cents. That's a nice bag, Jacob. I cannot imagine Michael Saylor voted Democrat, not seeing what the policies were. I mean, come on, taxes on unrealized gains. Are you kidding me? Do you know what his tax exposure would have been under that? With all of the Bitcoin MicroStrategy has? Absolutely not. He would not have voted for that. So Eric Trump met with Saylor. Oh, and Donald Trump did as well already. Huh. What is the Ethereum competitor that's 400 times faster that I see in ads but no identification? Well, if they don't have an identification of what it is, it's probably not true. It's probably just some crypto that's being pumped. You've researched Dogecoin. It's a very nice coin. It can be valued like Ethereum in the future, very close to reaching $1, and then $10 in the future. Let it snow. Hit the green light next to Dogecoin's name and select Let It Snow. Hit the green light. Where? Is it on TradingView or is it on CoinMarketCap? There's a green light somewhere. I don't know what you're talking about. Let me know where that is. Maybe Robinhood, they would do something like that probably, right? Yeah, let me know. DZ. Ondo has struggled. Agreed. Top left on TradingView. There's a green light. Right there. That just says market open. That symbol. Nope, I don't see anything. Not on my TradingView. Sorry. It shows a snow option for you. Yeah, I don't have that. That's all right. I'd rather have a green candle. I'll take a green candle any day. Green candle. Where do you think peak will come in the list of crypto bubbles? We saw it. It's on the third page. It's on the third page. It hasn't been doing well, though. Here's the first page. Look at AI16Z coming back. Caspa's having a good day. Ray, Hex, Lido, Virtual. I don't know any of those. Here's two. We have Checks, FAI, AIXBT running, Prime. Griffin is coming back. And then Peak is on page 3. But it's probably pretty small today. I don't see it. We'll search. 230. Oh, there it is right there. It's a little guy. But that's it right there. So it's ranked number 230, but just kind of having an okay day today for Peak. What all these other things are, I have no idea down here. Cow. You never know. Ava, who's Ava? Ava AI. So there's an AI token called Ava. Oh my God. Yeah, I don't spend a lot of time down here. Will XRP and Cardano also dump tomorrow? Yeah, the whole market will. Get your buying finger ready. I don't know for sure. It's a prediction that we'll see a dump. No, you can't compare SHIB to Doge, Dan. SHIB is just a token on Ethereum. Yeah, the SHIB devs tried to make this whole SHIB ecosystem with Shiba Swap and Shibarium. Nobody's using it. Yeah, Pepe. We talked earlier about Pepe. We think if ETH started going on a run, then Pepe will probably do well. Pepe just had a huge 2024. So far in 2025, it's just kind of following the market. That's all. Yeah, Tony, if you just hold for 4 more years, most likely your portfolio is going to be a lot higher than it is today. That is how the 4-year cycles have been in the past. Prices across the board are generally better than 2021, except for the very peaks. So, yep. That's really how you make money in crypto the best, is you buy and you hold it for a couple cycles, and then you see where the prices are. How turbulent will the pullback be before the second leg? Well, yeah, I think it's probably more on Dogecoin than it is on other cryptos. That's how Doge trades. Always big pullbacks. Bitcoin, not so much. Yeah, Hector, I mean, there's some memes still around. Doge Elon Mars still around. Baby Doge is still around. They do continue to just hold on. But yeah, I just said what I think about SHIB. It's just like the whole idea of transforming it from this meme token into this whole ecosystem, and nobody cares except those that already own it. Nobody else cares. Hey, Witty, how are you? Once the bull run is over, at what price would you predict the Doge to drop to? Well, tell me how high it goes, and also tell me what its adoption is. We'll be exploring that the summer and the fall. But right now, sitting here in January 2025, it's too early. We don't know what Doge is going to do the rest of this bull cycle yet ahead to make predictions about the next bear cycle. Did Treat finally launch? Just another token, which to me is just a money grab. It's I mean, like, what does it do? It's just a money grab. They already have the Bone token. And what's the other one? I thought they already had Treat, or Treat was always going to be the next one. And then they were talking about maybe making a stable coin or something. And I'm just like, it's all a money grab on their part. No, if the rest of the crypto market is dipping, Doge is going to dip too. Yeah. Elon did have a dollar Doge. He did show that. I don't know what that means, but he did have it. Fart coin back to 60. Yeah. We have fun talking about fart coin here, but you can't really do, I mean, technical analysis on fart coin. Can't do TA on fart coin, sorry. So tell us about this house you're buying. Well, I mean, there's houses available and we're looking around and we're going to put an offer in, and when the right house hits, then I got to sell to pay for it. So I don't think Ms. KrissPax would like it to be called the Doge house. Yeah, I kind of agree, AJ. I mean, it was up to 0.000045 was the peak back in March. And now it's just sitting here at 21, where Doge was at 22 cents back in March, and now it's at 35 cents. So you can see what direction those two projects went. Not the same. Now, if she magically goes on a nice big run this weekend, I'll be happy and I'll start taking profits. But 21 is pretty lackluster. I mean, look at this chart. Just sideways. And look at Doge. Up. We like up. And Sheeb's not doing it. I put 900 into Sheeb. It went up to 3,500, and now you're at 800. Should have sold. I know, Dan, right? If it went up to 3,500, then now, unless you're talking 2021, if it went up to 3,500 in 2021 and you're still holding, yeah, then that number works. But for 2024, you should be at about 1,700, about half of that, if your numbers are right, or 1,600. Meme the movie. Did anybody here buy the Hawk Tua coin? That's a good question. I never asked that before. Did anybody here put some into the Hawk Tua coin? Or token, I should say. Yeah. came for the Doge, staying for the bear market, stock trades, and retirement. Yeah, my retirement is still going to be out there. We're getting the house first. All cash, no mortgage. And then we'll start figuring out the retirement plan. But it's going to be revolve around, wanting to travel and like how much is enough for retirement. Certainly having a house paid off completely, that's going to be nice. Will bonk for $1? Absolutely not, Waylon. Absolutely not. Bonk to $1. Bonk to a penny. Probably won't even make that. There's way too many zeros, dude. Way too many zeros. Bonk. 00002. It'll be lucky to get to 0002, which is still less than 10% of a penny. Not happening. But people still think it. I don't know why. You just have to look at what the market cap would be and realize that that's like trillions of dollars. And bonk is not going to be worth trillions of dollars. So we could hit $10, Christian. That's a more realistic price target. It's now sitting at what, $4.35, 40 cents, something like that for sweet. So a little over a 2x from here. That's within the range. Oh, 459. Yeah. Yeah. We could see that with a nice altcoin pump. That's funny, Andrew. Our Doge and the dip market enemies. Yeah, so Doge is do only good every day. Tell her that, Andrew. Doge stands for do only good every day. And when the market dips, that's not doing good. Yeah, certainly in 2024, Pepe just took over and she was not the place to be unless you took profits in March. And I did not do that. Yep. And Sheeb used to be called the Doge killer. They got away from that. And then they went their own way trying to create this whole utility thing for Sheeb, and just not happening. TA on Fartcoin. Any way the wind blows, it doesn't matter. That's good. Jay sitting at a 214K Doge. Nice bag. What do you think, machine? Dogecoin isn't just some blockchain token. For the people hip to it, know that Doge represents an idea, collective ideology, strong sentiment, and a great family. And a great family. Doge. I've heard some stuff about grass last week. Somebody recommended it. Was it Raul Paul? Did he say something about grass? It was on somebody's list. But I don't know anything about it. Did peanut get listed on Coinbase? Oh my God, really? Peanut. Not yet on showing up on TradingView. And there's no big pump. Nope. Not yet. Not yet on Peanut. If it even is true, I don't know. 1 Doge equals 1 Doge. Always. Doge will become a currency. Wouldn't that be cool? Just have things just all priced in Doge. That'd be awesome. Maybe, Mustafa. That's what we're here to watch. Can Doge get to $1? Coinbase has a wallet phone app. Yeah, the Coinbase wallet, right. I've never used it. I haven't used it because I already have my wallets. So I never created a Coinbase wallet. I imagine it's fine. You have your own seed phrase. So just make sure if you're going to use it, make sure you've got 2-factor authentication and you write down your seed phrase somewhere safe. And then whatever crypto you move into that Coinbase wallet is your crypto. If you hold it just on the Coinbase exchange, it's not your crypto. Coinbase still has control over it. You're down $50 on Bonk. Once you break even, you're moving it over to Doge. We'll see if Bonk goes on a little pump. Yeah, AV, I've been talking about expecting a dip when the CPI report comes out. If it's not too bad, the dip will be short-lived, price will recover back, but it'll be a good buying opportunity. Robinhood agrees to pay $45 million for the SEC. For what? For some billion-dollar thing that they did? So they pay $45 million just to keep out of getting sued? Something like that, right? Andrew. Hey, she's good. I like her. I like her a lot, Andrew. That's nice. Michael Burr says, awful product, Coinbase wallet. I don't know. I've never used it. So I can't say. Hi, Ray. How are you? Everybody has a different price point, Yumfo. $50 is $50, right? Still real money. Jason, $1 million question. Are the markets already priced in? I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, we just saw this huge leverage flush. So I say no. In fact, I think prices should all be higher. A pro-crypto administration. You'll have a pro-crypto SEC chair. You'll have a pro-crypto treasury secretary. I don't think it's priced in yet. I don't think so. Your Robinhood stock didn't bat an eye on that 45 million. Right, it's nothing. Depending on whatever they did, they made billions off of it. So 45 million is like, fine, whatever. Here, take 45 million. Get off my back, the SEC. Get off my back. Because it's just, it's like those fines like all the banks pay. They pay all these fines, but they're just making billions of dollars. It's like, oh, fine for this, fine for that. Yeah. You know they're cheating. Yeah, literally $1 million question, right? Oh. Was that what they're paying for? It's because of GameStop and AMC? God. Yeah, Tony. So we're wondering whether H bar makes it to $1. And right now, for H bar, that's a long shot, because we go to the weekly chart on H bar and we see that its all-time high is like 45 cents. So that's doubling its previous all-time high. Now, can H bar do that? I still think it's a long shot, as opposed to like Algorand that's already been over $1, and Doge, which, I mean, its high is 73 cents, but Doge can go on a huge run. So yeah, I think it'd be tough. Now, breaking its all-time high and maybe going up to like 60 cents, 70 cents, I can see that for H bar. But right now, based on its previous history, that was 45 cents is its all-time high. I think it actually peaked up here at like 57 and that one spike there. But then this whole narrative about the United States and capital gains tax on US-based companies, that could cause H bar to go on quite the run. Michael's back. Did you notice a change in pattern when the Doge pumps? SHIB used to pump. Yeah, no one cares about SHIB anymore. That's why. That's why they're called fines. Yeah. Yeah. $1 January. Wow. Yeah, I know MFA. That's it, right? Well, it got me. Here you go. Get off my back. Let me go make my billions. Thank you. You're welcome, CDC. Hi, Simeon. How are you? Doge going to be cooking? I'm thinking there's going to be some cooking this weekend. It's just a fun thing we're doing, Jason. The race to $1. H bar's in the mix. Just because it's relatively within the same price area. But like I said, H bar's behind. It's only 29 cents. Algorand is 37. Doge is 35. It's just, I don't know if H bar is going to be able to get that much momentum to get to $1. But altcoin season hits and people start buying a crap ton of altcoins, especially if there's some tax-free incentive. People will be buying it. That'd be very bullish. Well, Andrew, for Dogecoin, it's going to be a currency actually being used on X, TikTok, who knows what else. It's a cryptocurrency. It's made just to be that. And in 2014, right after it was made, that's what people were using it for. And it was cheap, and you could mine it really easily. And people were just throwing it around because it was just so cheap. But there were a lot of like good causes, people donating their Doge for water wells in Africa, and the Jamaican bobsled team, if you heard that story, they helped fund that. And that was all with Doge. So as a currency, as what the Bitcoin white paper was supposed to be about, e-cash. And Bitcoin is now the store of value. It's not a currency. Some people still use it as a currency, but Doge is much better, as Elon has said. So that is Dogecoin. Again, Tony, I don't know. I mean, to have H bar and Doge both in your portfolio is probably a good thing. Don't know what's going to happen. And Cardano as well. That's nasty, bro. I do. I've predicted $2 for Cardano, which would be double from where it is now for this cycle. So again, think of everything in terms of double prices. 70-cent Doge, we talked about 69, right? But then if it gets adopted and really used, then we're talking like $1.20, $1.40. But outside of that, maybe back to previous all-time high, and 2x for things. I don't know, Michael. Negative, positive, either way. Just the data coming out is going to cause crypto to dump, I think. It'll be just a dip. That's what it does. It dips. Just something I've been thinking about. And because of leverage trading. Exactly, Michael. It gives the exchanges and the market makers an excuse to dump the price to wipe out new long leverage trades. So that's why I think you can count on it having a dip tomorrow morning. Yeah, if I was swing trading, I'd be very tempted, right? To sell before the CPI data comes out and then buy back in at a lower price. But there's a lot of things you have to factor in. How long have you held the coins, right? What's your difference between your long-term, short-term capital gains, tax liability? So there's a bunch of things like that you have to think about. And if you're giving up a long-term gain for a short-term, you would have to have at least a 17% drop for it to even out. 17%. Now, I'm not calling for that. So yeah, the other things you have to think about. Right. So anything I sell from here, I don't have to pay the tax on until April of 2026. That's when my big tax bill is going to come due. So it gives me enough time to accumulate more and make more money, or hold enough on the side, right, to cover that big tax bill I'm going to have. Do I see the 17th as a sell the news event? What happens on Friday? No, the sell the news is the 20th. That's the actual news, is the inauguration itself. You can't sell the news before the news happens, right? 6 days left, and then the Biden administration is, see ya, out of there. Biden administration is expected to lift the U.S. designation of Cuba as a state sponsor of terrorism. Why would he do that? Trump is just going to undo all that stuff. Yeah, why would BTC dip tonight? The CPI data doesn't come out until 8:30 tomorrow morning. So I don't know why Bitcoin would dump tonight. Super cycle? I don't know, Clark. We'll see. If you sell everything this year, your taxes are due in April 2026 for the United States. Yes, the dip will be because of the CPI data. Whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. Again, as I was just saying, it gives the market makers an excuse to dump the price in order to wipe out leverage. All this new leverage down here could get wiped out. On Dogecoin, it's this leverage. All down here. On Bitcoin, which is really what they're after, because that's where the big money is. It's this leverage right here. They can at least get this. Maybe dumping it down to like 94K, or what we talked about was 93.9. Hundreds of millions of dollars. That's within reach. Could they actually come all the way down to 90,900 for this big yellow line, which is almost $200 million? Probably not. That's too big of a gap. But for the CPI data, that's probably pretty close, in my opinion. Buy the fearful rumors, sell the greedy news. Shannon, thank you. The super chat, appreciate it. Yeah, I always go back to these liquidation charts to look at the possible prices if there's going to be a dip. So yeah, I would say Bitcoin down to 94 and maybe touching just below it, 93.9. That would be my target for Bitcoin. Yeah, this is free. This is called coinglass.com. You can see their logo down here in the lower right-hand corner. It's called coinglass.com, and this is all free. So Bitcoin to 93.9 and Doge to maybe 33.9, just below 34 cents. Those are the targets I would send. But right now, we got big green candles going on the Doge chart. We like that. Green candles. Green is good, right? Green is good. Doge up 6% today. That's nice. Nice. If they can, they will. Crypto's trading sideways. Dips are easy, but the true dumps, 8:30 tomorrow morning. BTC will dip to 93 and then rocket up to 150. That's in play, definitely. Might take a little longer, though. What's Joe going to do at the end? Isn't he supposed to have like a speech tomorrow? A farewell speech, and we'll all just go, farewell, Joe. What's he going to do at the end? A few more pardons? 6 more days, thank God. I know, Bruce, right? Let's get on with it. No, Patrick. Sell whatever else you have and buy Doge and XRP. I'm thinking that, Kilmar. Now, SHIB could still have a little pump in it, but it's like ever since the end of March, it's been very, very weak. We just compared between Doge and SHIB and what happened from the end of March. SHIB lost half its value, while Doge gained 50%. That's a big difference. That's a huge difference. They're doing the burn thing with SHIB just as a ploy to get people to buy it. And it's not working because they're not burning anywhere near enough SHIB tokens. I said right when they started that, they need to be burning billions of tokens to make a difference. Not millions. It needs to be billions to make SHIB tokens more scarce. And they're not going to do that. They're just trying to get more people to buy it so they make money. That's their goal. Keeping it real. That's what we do here. Green is good. Yeah. I know, Deanne. You're all in XRP now, which isn't going to be a bad play. With everything going on now about it, it's probably not a bad play. But if Doge gets incorporate into X or Elon buys TikTok, Doge will blow XRP away. So just so you know that. Will XRP hit $15? That's pretty bold. We'll see. Might take a little bit longer. That's whatever you think it is. I don't know. Things are going to be volatile tomorrow morning. You can count on it, Badminton. Again and again and again. Joe will declare martial law. I hope so too. If it's a second leg up and everything just starts shooting up, awesome. Let's do it. Let's go. But again, we try and keep it real here so that you're not surprised when there's a dip. Did you base your crypto buying strategy on the previous cyclical? Yes, completely. It was all based on the narrative of the 4-year cycle. And I talked about it 2 years ago extensively. Most of you guys weren't here 2 years ago, but I was here. I was here. And I was talking about the 4-year cycles and that is the time to buy alts and Bitcoin. That was the time to buy. Now, we had summer of 2023 where Bitcoin had doubled, but the alts really hadn't from the lows at the end of 2022. So it was a good buying opportunity again in summer of 2023. And that's when I was buying all of these coins for this KrissPax DCA portfolio. And we were doing it live during these live streams. We were actually buying the crypto live just to prove and show everyone that this was real money and was actually doing the purchases on Coinbase. And so that's why we have a 6-cent average on Doge. And our Jasmy average is 0.003. Our XRP is 58 cents. Our Algorand is 10 cents. And look at our SHIB price, 0.000083. So even SHIB we've made money on here. We bought ETH at 1,600, got Litecoin at $71. Our SWI is $1.69. So there were opportunities to buy, and it didn't matter what you were buying, pretty much. Or I wasn't even buying on the dips. We were just buying whatever the price was during the live stream. And part of it was just to prove a point, like that was the time to be buying in and investing. So no, this portfolio is just our this is the KrissPax portfolio here. This isn't my personal portfolio. This is this YouTube's channel portfolio here, of which this Dogecoin, 75,000 Dogecoin, I'm giving away. I'm giving 75,000 Dogecoin away out of this portfolio, which initially was half the portfolio and all these others were the other half. But Doge is now up to 60% because Dogecoin has outperformed all of these other coins except for Jasmy over the past year and a half. And so the Doge I'm giving away and the other coins are for me. And the idea was that they were all going to be like going up the same. Who knew? But Doge has outperformed everything else in this portfolio except Jasmy. And the Jasmine is up 725%. But again, this was all partially to prove a point that my conviction was based on the 4-year cycles that buying alts in the summer of 2023 was going to have a huge return, and then to buy all this Dogecoin in order to give away. Because I have my own 2+ million Dogecoin that I'm making a ton of money on. So to give back to the community, half of this portfolio was going to be for you guys. So that was the setup, and that's what I'm doing. So this is called the KrissPax DCA portfolio because we dollar cost average. We just, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we bought a little more. So that's what that is. And if you want some of that Dogecoin, you can become a member of the channel and you'll be getting Dogecoin. 10%-ish? I don't know, 5 to 10, probably that range, I would think, Tony. Unless the news is really, really bad, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's going to be really, really bad, particularly because it's the Biden administration and they fudge the numbers anyway. You can't believe anything that they print. Yeah, more like Doge, the sheep killer. Exactly. Biden will pardon the Tiger King. The Tiger King. I hadn't thought about that guy for a while. Yeah, the whole run up to inauguration is going to be interesting, which is why I'm going to be live every day. We'll see about Saturday still. Well, Martin, this cycle for Jasmine, I mean, I was thinking maybe 30 cents on the outside. I mean, if total altcoin FOMO kicks in and all the alts are spiking, maybe you can get up to 50 cents, but who knows? If Elon buys TikTok, we will all buy yellow Ferraris. Dogecoin would spike. Dogecoin would be 70 cents in a day if that happened. We saw it when he bought Twitter back in 2022. Yeah, I don't do XRP price predictions, Jub, mostly because I don't like XRP, but I realize and I understand there are a lot of people who love XRP. I just don't really look at it enough to give price predictions other than, $5 maybe top of the cycle, which isn't anywhere near where all the XRP army people are predicting, but 10 to 15%, again, depends on how bad the numbers are. But again, it's the Biden administration and they're not going to show bad numbers, regardless of whether it's really bad or not. I don't know what's going to happen Saturday and Sunday, CDC. It could be the opposite. Like I said, we could have good days, Saturday, Sunday, and then there's a dip on Monday. The Dow closed 221 points up. So maybe they know it's going to dip tomorrow, but it'll be pre-market when that happens. No, Bruce, that doesn't mean anything. It'll dip just as easily. So if you're looking to buy stock at 8:30 a.m., be ready for pre-market stock buying. I'm just saying. Pre-market stock buying. What's up with the Snoopy? I know, right? Snoops, man, it's my Snoopy plush I've had since the 1970s, guys. 1970s, this guy was made. And he's been with me. My whole life. It's been with me. Well, just about my whole life. That's my Snoopy dog. It's my good luck charm. Starship flight tomorrow too. That's right. That'll be fun. Yeah, Jacob, we had fun back in 2021, and we're there again now, 2025. Yeah, I'll put a video out. Look for it between 9 and 9:30. Doge will be incorporated into DJT. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, I keep it real, AJ. I keep it real. The market is irrational. Sometimes it doesn't do what consensus does. I know, Jason, but sometimes I think against the consensus view. Was there a point in my crypto journey where I thought, what am I doing? Well, since Doge is really when it started in 2021, and I've always been in the green, not really. 2022 is when I learned about bear markets in crypto, and that's when I started studying more about the 4-year cycles. So no, never really a what am I doing kind of thing. I did have some cryptos that I had bought, though, at way too high price in 2021, like VeChain and Harmony One. But that's because I was making money from YouTube, and I would just buy things. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to buy in a bull market year again, because you never know when the top is going to be. And I don't want to be buying the top and then sitting through another 4 years of waiting for the market to turn around again. But that's just me. That's just me. Yeah, Avalanche has been weak. I know. Dun, dun, dun. How will that work, Austin? I'm going to have a members only live stream, and I will go through all the details of how that's going to work. Okay. It'll be a members only live stream, and then will be a members only video for everyone to reference. I got a plan. Okay. I got a plan. It's more than that, Vlad. It's more than that. Remember, in October, I did a video called My $1 Million Portfolio. So if I had $1 million in my portfolio in October, you can probably do the math and figure out how much I have now. I'm just saying. Fish, yes, you were gifted a membership. I don't remember whose it was that you got, but cheers to all who gave for your generosity. Yeah, but red Ferraris, like everybody has them, but a yellow Ferrari to represent Dogecoin? Just saying. Just saying. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate it. Boom. Yeah, that wasn't my best choice either. Not yet. Maybe it'll take off, but not good. Yes, Chico. January 20th. Everybody should at least check in at some point during the day on the 20th. But if you can hang out during the noontime, because that's when Trump actually gets inaugurated, that's going to be the good stuff. But we'll be around all day. You have one too, DJ? Snoops. They don't want Doge to pump. They, Toon says. I wonder who they are. You need a wallet, but you fear it, Blake. There's nothing to fear about a crypto wallet. It's actually pretty easy to use. And then you have your seed phrase. That's it. Are we back? Pacific, yes, we are back. This was a dip yesterday, a nice V-shaped dip, and we've recovered since then for Dogecoin. Actually, Bitcoin, we never drew it on the Bitcoin chart, but it's the same. Bitcoin did a V-shape and then has gone higher. That's pretty bullish. That's pretty bullish. So yes, we're back. Dogecoin is now at a price that we last saw on 7th of January. We just needed to get up here, 40 cents. But we recovered from the last dip. Yours is probably a 1974. Mine's probably a 73, I think. I think there's a picture of me somewhere with it on the Christmas that I got it. I have to go through the old photo box. But I think there's a picture of me. You're probably going to go with a Trezor. I hear good things about him. I just haven't used it myself, so I can't tell. Shout out to Michael Jackson for behaving well. Actually, he's been very good. Good comments today. Doge 2025. Kevin, I've got a video for you to watch. Go onto my YouTube channel, hit videos, and then scroll down to January 1st. And there's this video called the Dogecoin 2025 price prediction. You want to watch that video, and that will give you everything you want to know. Isabella loves XRP. Nothing wrong with that. And yes, XLM will perform as well as XRP, I believe. It's a long story I've told many, many times. I'm not going to tell it again, Isabella, at the time, but just you have to do your research into the XRP token itself, why there are still so many that are not in circulating supply, and there's no description of when new tokens are made and unlocked and who gets them and all of that. So just look at that. You sold all your Doge at the top in 2021. You got lucky. Cool. Congratulations. I did not sell. I held. I held right through. No, I'm not a whale. We figured out on a past live stream, sometime in the fall, we were doing a sort of a prediction of sort of where we thought the whale line was. And it's probably like somewhere between like 20 million and 50 million Dogecoin in your wallet. So that's just outside of the top 100 wallets. And then you'd be a whale. Hey, Michael, you can always buy one. Don't cost much, and you'll be getting Dogecoin from me. If I look at the 30-minute Bitcoin chart, it's been in an ascending channel since yesterday. Yeah. It won't continue though, but I get it. Yeah, not really a clear channel. It's kind of coming up into the right. I don't see a clear channel here. It's kind of doing that. I mean, you'd have to like take that top to that top. And then this bottom up to, I mean, it's just not, I mean, you'd have to almost click it right to the bottom there. So that channel, that's what you're talking about. So it's at the bottom of the channel right now because that's where I marked it. Most likely it's just going to slide over to the right. Like I show in this white line here, it's probably going to come out that way. So not a very strong channel. 2 touches on the top, the initial touch and the current touch. That's not a strong channel yet. We would have to see it bounce off and go higher first. And then you could start to say, okay, I can see that. But I'll keep these lines on here for you, okay? And we'll see how it plays out. But I'm guessing it keeps going to the right and not bouncing up. But it could. I mean, yeah, if it bounces up from here, we get a nice run up to not like 98K, then yes, I could see that. But right now, it just looks like it's going to, with low volume, it's just going to like come out to the right like this, like I show in white. Can you do the same with Doge? Close. Actually, it's pretty close with Doge. Almost the same thing. We'll watch that. But again, I think it's just going to break out to the side. But we'll watch it. Gives us a little context now. An insurance break for driving a yellow vehicle. If Bitcoin were 99K tomorrow and CPI pushes Bitcoin down to 93K, it'll just turn right back around and go back up. It's not going to dump lower. Again, it's just going to be flushing out that leverage. The dips are to get rid of the degenerate gamblers, but not the ones shorting it. Those are the long leverage trades, DJ. All these down here, these are the longs down here. The shorts are up here. Which on Bitcoin, we'll see. Yeah, there's some big ones up here. Millions of dollars up here, all the way up to 99 in the short term. The longer ones, there's even more. People have had longer trades in. See these yellow lines? Look at this, 98.9, $269 million just at 98.9. That's what they need to get, is that shorter up there. That's where the money is. The money isn't down here anymore. They flushed all that out. Now it's all up here. It's the shorts. Let's go. No, Raiden. No. That's not happening. Not happening. I know, Raiden, that's the deal, right? You don't like the token, but you can make money on it. That's what I felt about SHIB. I don't like the token, but I can make money on it. which I have, but if I just bought Doge, I'd be up a lot more. I just bought it just in case she went crazy. And that is turning out not to be a great choice. I'm a white shark, not a whale. Shiba has its restaurants. Oh. I'm humbling the shills today. We're just trying to keep it real for your cycle. So far, you're right, sci-fi guy. You can set a watch to it. Will it erase today's gains? No, I think it probably half of the gain and maybe turn around and go back up. Again, we're going into a big event, this inauguration. There's a lot of anticipation and hype, and Doge usually trades best right before those big events happen. So, 1 BTC for my Snoopy. Oh, AJ, you're killing me. Oh, I can't answer that question. It wouldn't be fair to Snoopy. Thanks, Andrew. A whale doesn't have a relationship with the exchange, but a market maker is working for the exchange to move the markets, to make the markets. That's the difference. The market maker is essentially using the exchange's coins, where a whale owns their own coins. Do I believe cryptocurrency should be taxed or not? I think if it's actually being used for spending, like Dogecoin is, then I would say that should not be taxed. So, you've been watching from the Olive Garden. Yeah. Snoopy would make me a double coiner. Raiden. All right, I got to go. We're having a little dip here. Looks like we're not going to continue up in the channel right now. Bitcoin as well. So that's what we got going on, guys. Hey, let's do it again tomorrow, right? Another live stream on Wednesday afternoon. Hope to see you all there. I hope everybody's doing well. Has a great evening. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke, has like skyrocketed to not a joke anymore. It hit an all-time high of almost 10 cents yesterday, but it was so minuscule you wouldn't have understood why you have millions of shares.
Didn't Elon tweet that too?
And arguably, the most entertaining outcome and the most ironic outcome would be that Dogecoin becomes the currency of Earth in the future.